welcome back. This is the last video lesson in this course, and it is meant to deploy your front-end application which you have built using React to in the internet. And to deploy our front-end application, we won't need a complicated tool such as Heroku. We will require a much simpler tool which is Surge, and you can use Surge to deploy any kind of static HTML content. And since our front-end application is written only in JavaScript, we don't really need a backend server to run it. So all we need to do to deploy it to Surge is to install the Surge package and then type in Surge, and that will guide you through the steps which I will show you. But before we do that, we need to set up some configuration. Now if you remember, in our task in our app component, we've been contacting the API through URLs, specific URLs. But now that our URLs are live on the internet, we don't need to use localhost and query URLs from our localhost. The URLs that we'll be using will be the URLs that we created using Heroku. So if we are getting a list of task lists, our URL will seem somewhat like to do list, then your date of birth, dot herokuapp.com/task list. So that is our list URL. So wherever we were referencing localhost 5000, we will just replace that by the URL of our Heroku app. So you 250.1.199.6 dot herokuapp.com, and I'll just copy this, and wherever I see a reference to localhost, I will paste this. So you can see that I am so now that we have replaced all the URLs, we will save this, and now that our configuration is complete, we can start using a React application on the internet. The thing we need to do is first to build the application in production environment. So what you will do is you will run yarn build. So it will run the React script build, which will create an optimized production build of your React application, which is basically the minified version of your application's code. So it reduces the size, compresses its volume, and makes it more production friendly. And once that is done, you will see that in your directory structure you now have a build directory. Now this build directory stores the code that we need to deploy our application to Surge. So to deploy our application to Surge, you just need to type in one command, that is Surge. Once that is done, you need to tell which directory you want to deploy. So in our case, we need to deploy the build directory. So we will type in build. Once that is done, it will assign you URL. So you should remember this URL because this is where your front-end application will rest. So in my case, it is assorted sale, and that is where my application will go. So I will press enter, then it will deploy our code to assorted sale. Now that is done, it tells you that it has published your website, and to check whether that is working, you will type in assorted sale or whatever the name of your application was assigned, and then type in surge.sh. So assorted sale.surge.sh, and you press enter. Once you press enter, Surge will load your website for you, and you can see that we are getting a network error. Let's see what the error is. We'll open up our inspect panel, and in our network panel, in our And you can see I made a typo here. I didn't type Heroku app, I typed this. So what you need to do is you need to replace Heroku app by Heroku app. Then you hit save, then you repeat the same function. You build, and then you type in search. So now you can see that our application is live on assortedsale.search.sh, and it is correctly retrieving a task list from your API. So if you want to add a new task list, you will click this button. You will to check whether our application is working completely, we'll type in home, and then we'll add the list. And after some time, you can see that this home appears over here. So we can see our application is working correctly. Let's try adding a new task. So get groceries, and we'll add this task, and after some time it appears over here. So you can see that we are able to work with our application completely. Our complete functionality exists, and this was the code. So this is the final product of your hard work. You have successfully built a two-tiered application using front end and back end, and deployed front end separately and back end separately. Your application now supports all the features of a to-do list. So if you ever want to actually use your own product to maintain your own to-do list, you can just visit the Surge URL that was provided to you on your phone or whatever on your desktop, and then you can start adding to-dos to your to-do list. So congratulations on your first deployment. You have successfully had the taste of how full stack developers work. So we are very proud of you. Hope in the next lesson, which won't be a video lesson, we will be learning more about error handling and all of that other stuff. So see you there.